As we navigate through our lives, striving for excellence, setting high goals, wanting financial freedom, climbing the career ladder is all positive traits. However, if that striving for excellence becomes an obsession that really does not positively impact your life, but rather negatively impacts your life and your mental well-being, that is what we call performance addiction. And this can negatively impact you and your well-being and your mental health. So today we're going to talk about performance addiction, ways that we can recognize it so we're better prepared to avoid it. Hi everybody, my name's Jamie and I am so happy you are here because we're going to dive into all the ways that we can improve our lives and be our best selves on this channel. If you have looked at any of my other content, you can see that I've been through quite a lot as far as the career journey and life journey goes. Performance addiction is something I'm extremely familiar with, and it wasn't until about a year ago that I was able to kind of break that cycle. And it was because I was noticing that no matter how high of an achiever I was, it wasn't like achieving that next goal satisfied me in any way. I thought I would make a video on performance addiction because we do have to find balance in life, right? We do want to be successful, we do want to be financially stable, we want to achieve our goals, but we have to have balance. I'm going to go over a few ways to recognize if you're heading in the performance addiction path so that you can recognize it and maybe make some changes in your own life. So number one, you're obsessed with success. And in that regard, it's like if you see yourself as, you know, I'm a nurse, so we'll just use my nursing terms that I'm familiar with. But if I see myself as the chief nursing executive in a hospital and nothing else will do, and I just keep striving and striving and striving and working and working and working to get that, then you would think once I became the CNO, I would be happy, right? But that's not it. Success is not the end goal and the happiness that you're gonna feel inside. And so it is the journey, and it's learning, and it's, you know, maybe exploring different roles within wherever you are. But only doing things so that you can be at the top can be negative for you because you never know what will happen. And sometimes rising to the top isn't always something that can be accomplished on the timeline that you want. Number two, your self-worth is dependent on your accomplishments. And unfortunately, in order to have your accomplishments acknowledged, that relies on external validation. And so if things don't turn out exactly right, or if you fail to meet your expectations or other people's expectations, this can be really hard on your mental health and lead to depression and all kinds of a downward spiral. Number three, having a fear of failure. And a fear of failure that's so crippling that sometimes you don't even want to try. Or even trying for the smallest advancement causes you so much stress and to overwork and work excessive hours until you just become completely burnt out and exhausted is a sign that you might be experiencing performance addiction. Number four, neglecting your self-care. So if you have performance addiction, then you have to reach that next goal no matter what it takes. And you may put your work or your school, your academic performances well above your own well-being, your mental health, your family and friends. So in this case, you may lack sleep, you're not eating healthy, you're eating on the run, you're eating at your desk while you're working, not exercising, all of the things that are gonna be very harmful to your mind, body, and soul. Number five, troubles with your relationships. If you have performance addiction and going to the top of the ladder or achieving a goal that you have set for yourself is the only thing that matters for you, it's possible you may see other people as a distraction or competition. All of the people surrounding you might almost feel like an obstacle or an enemy of yours. Number six, you may have severe physical and mental consequences if you are seriously performance addicted. And what I mean by this is that you're driving yourself so hard to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. And believe me, I understand this more than you would imagine. If I set my mind to something, absolutely nothing will get in my way of achieving that. And sometimes it's to my own demise. I mean, like running a marathon, for example. I would be that person who sprains an ankle as they're running the marathon and continues to run on it. It's just, that is my nature. I've had to work very hard to let some of that go. Piggybacking onto what I just said before, but this chronic level of stress that you are putting on yourself can lead to actual illnesses, migraines, headaches, GI issues, even things like ulcerative colitis and insomnia, depression, anxiety disorders, panic disorders. And unfortunately, for some people who suffer from all of these ailments from performance addiction, the only way to turn off that overactive drive and mind is to look for things to sort of quiet the brain, drugs and alcohol. So it can be a slippery slope if you're getting deep into a performance addiction. Number 7, loss of joy and fulfillment. I can relate to this one so much because I just think about when I was finally going to graduate with my doctorate degree in nursing, and I had worked so hard for about 4 years, from my ADN in nursing to my DNP in nursing, just constantly year-round for 4 years, getting my master's degree, getting my doctorate degree. And I figured once I had my doctorate degree, I would be happy and fulfilled and, feel like I finally made it. But when I graduated, it was just like, well, what's next? And that's a whole nother story. I should probably make a video on that. If you want to see how I ended up in a toxic work environment because of my performance addiction and my feelings of insecurity and fear of failure, then you can check out this video next. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.